What the heck is pooping, guys? It is your boy. And I know last time it lagged a little bit at the beginning, so I closed out of programs. Sorry. So this week 8, I don't know, I'll put it on it'll be on the thumbnail or whatever. So I am playing a really good player, my boy First Nut. Very professional name, love it. So let's take a quick gander at his team. Sorry, Jester. I never know, should I call him Jester, should I call him First Nut? We're gonna go with Jester because that's a little more professional. The guy who opens up with what the heck is pooping, right? So anyway, taking a look at his team. So he's got a very cool team. It's kind of like the toolbox offense team that I make it out to be all the time. So Clefable, Bisharp, and Porygon 2, like Clefable and Porygon 2, they just don't die. You got Deoxys if he runs Deoxys defense. That doesn't die. Exeggutor can be annoying. Jellicent, like, you got all these fat mons, right? And then he's also got these scary mons. Blaziken, by the way, is not speed boost. So Blaziken, and I don't know, like Zygarde 10%, very scary team, very good player, very creative. So I was very nervous going into this battle. I was like, this could be like, I know I got everybody's got. Well, how does the saying go? Do I have a chip on my shoulder, or does everybody else have a chip on their shoulder trying to beat me? I don't know. Everybody's trying to knock me off the top now, because now I'm the only undefeated player, so it can go very unwell like any week, and then everybody's like, this guy's a fraud, like as soon as I lose big. So I'm like, this could be the first week that I lose like terribly. So I was a little spooked, so I wanted to, I put a lot of thought into team building, and I took it very seriously because he's a really good player. So and apologies because at the very end of this, like it cuts off a little bit weird, but I don't want to move the browser all around and like the thing in OBS and then have to recenter it when we get to the thing. You know, it's the thing. So anyway, we got a Colbur Berry Giratina because I wanted to do well against the Bisharp. I wanted to catch it with a Sucker Punch and hit it with an Aura Sphere. I also have Shadow Sneak in case he runs like Deoxys attack or something, because that could like blow by my team. And then I also need to prepare for Deoxys defense because he can bring any Deoxys, so that's a little bit scary. With Clefable, I was thinking he would either run so he's either going to run Magic Guard or the other one, Unaware. And I was thinking he might run Unaware because I have a lot of mons that set up. I do Calm Mind Giratina sometimes. I have the Scizor that if it sets up it could cause trouble, so Dragon Dance on Crocodile. So I was thinking he might do the Unaware one, so I brought Toxic on Piloswine, also Toxic for Porygon 2. I have a Choice Scarf, Crocodile. I just noticed this is the bottom half of my team. I'm gonna have to scroll up. I'm so unprofessional, guys. I'm so sorry. What the heck is poopy, guys? Anyway, so Choice Scarf, Crocodile. Sorry you can't see that, but it's Choice Scarf, Crocodile, and he's got Knockoff and Earthquake. What else do you need to know? He's got Coverage Move for the other things. Aerial Ace for bug fighting type, you know. Cool thing, I traded Houndoom for Kadabra, so we're gonna see the Kadabra now, because Kadabra, you see a Dollar Storm Zam right there. He's still dope. Like, he's got crazy stats. He can hold an Eviolite, he can hold a Life Orb, he can hold the Focus Sash and do the Magic Guard thing. So I brought him in case he brought a Magic Guard Clefable. He can set up against Magic Guard Clefable. He should be able to set up against a non-physical Porygon 2. I was like, this is sick. This is sick. Sorry, voice crack. I'm an old man and my voice is still cracking. I got gray in my beard and my voice is still cracking. Choice Specs Rotom Wash because that just Volt switches all over his team, and I have a physically defensive Piloswine if he brings Zygarde, which is his only thing to stop Volt Switch, and Osmosis Jones, the Mega Scizor. Super power Bullet Punch, Knockoff Roost. No setup because I was like, I think he might run Unaware, and like there are some things that could stop a setup, so I'm just gonna like get in there. Oh, also speed. If you notice the speed, very quick outspeeds max speed Bisharp, which is kind of weird that a Mega Scizor is faster than Bisharp, but like nobody really runs that, so nobody thinks about it. Anyway, Scizor is actually faster. Mega Scizor is faster than Bisharp. I don't think normal Scizor is. I'd have to check. So anyway, this is his team, this is my team. We're gonna do the thing. let's go ahead and play with the music off. So I'm gonna lead Rotom because I was like, no matter what he leads, I should be pretty safe to Volt Switch, and if he leads something that I don't want to Volt Switch on, I can switch out, aka Heracross, and I can go like Giratina on it because dual resist stab. Giratina is just a dumb beast, hasn't died this season, has like infinite kill death ratio, absolutely crazy. Somebody's gonna get mad at me because a number divided by 0 is an infinity. I know, alright, it's undefined. So the amount of kill, the kill death ratio for Giratina, undefined. Anyway, gonna Volt Switch here because that's free as hell. This is really unfortunate for him. I actually crit on this Volt Switch, which does 37, and like, holy crap, like super high choice specs Volt Switch does 37 with the crit. That's like super specially defensive. So I was like, okay, maybe I can come in here, just knock off, get rid of Clef's item or something. Decides to stay in and knock off actually kills. I was like, this is nutso, dude. So now I'm out here with a 1.5 attack and I'm like, this is crazy, dude. Like, I'm nuts. I was like, I'm just gonna stay in. I'm gonna go for a knockoff right now because I don't want this Clef to have its item. I want to get rid of these leftovers. And I was like, he'll probably flamethrower anyway, expecting me to go into like Scizor and try to use her out or something. So I knock off, I'm like, good, he doesn't have his item anymore, and then he Moonblasts, and I was like, crap, that sucks. So that was kind of risky play on my part, but it worked out. And then goes for Fire Blast, obviously expecting me to go into Scizor. I go into my Piloswine because I want to get up my Rocky boys, and I was like, he's probably got a Fire Blast and that won't do too much to me. So he goes Heracross, this lets me get in my Giratina, everything's expected here. Subs, which is a little bit scary, a little bit weird, but I'm like, I totally dual resist this thing. I don't know if it gets knockoff or he gets Night Slash, I'm not sure if it has knockoff, but I have my Colbur Berry. I'm like, okay, even if he decides to stay in a Night Slash, it shouldn't do too much to me. So goes into Porygon, totally blocks my Shadow Ball, and I'm like, okay, what do I do here? I go Scizor so that I can't be toxicked or anything because I don't want my Giratina getting toxicked. Players in this league, if you're watching this, don't let your fat mons get toxicked. I always say it, don't let your fat mons get toxicked. So not letting my Giratina get toxicked. He goes for Ice Beam. I'm like, this is fine. I'll go for a knockoff, and he actually goes into his Jellicent, so I'm just looking like a freaking beast here. Didn't want to go for the superpower. But anyway, I can't knock him off again because, one, it wouldn't kill because he doesn't have his item anymore because I knocked it off, and so it's weaker. And two, because Cursed Body. So I was like, okay, but this is free Rotom Wash, like he can't really do anything. Even if he Toxic me, I just plan to Volt Switch every turn ever. Anyway, so recovers on my switch there, I get to Volt Switch, does big damage to Porygon 2, got the rocks up, got everything up. Since I killed his Deoxys, he couldn't really get his hazards up. So his only other like rockers like Clef and Bisharp, and I'm pretty sure that he didn't do that. So I come in with Scizor, and he either has to lose the Eviolite on his P2 or he's got to keep going into this Carnival thing. And he can do that, but like if he keeps going into Jellicent, like this P2 is getting worn down, and I'm like, good, because I don't know how I was gonna kill this thing. So finally he gets it to the point where it dies to rock, so then he just lets me knock off the Eviolite and brings in his Clef. I know Clef is fat and will not die. Clef will not die to a bullet punch. Even if I was like max attack, it probably does like 50% to Clef. So I was like, okay, he's gonna Fire Blast, I can bring in Rotom, I can Volt Switch. That's what Rotom does. It comes in and Volt Switches. Keeps missing Fire Blast, which sucks for him, but wasn't too crazy. So we see Wish Protect here, and I was like, okay, I know he's gonna Protect on this turn. So I'm actually going to go for the Calm Mind, I think, right? Yeah, so I'm like, this is the moment of truth. This is where we get to see if he is a Magic Guard or a Unaware, and you'll see I start boosting and stuff. He goes for these Wish Protects. It goes on for like just a few turns, but I see I'm not doing any more damage. I'm like at +2, and I feel like I should be thwacking this thing, and it still does the same amount. I'm like, okay, so definitely not what's it called. So I was like, you know what, bring the Wash back in. We got a Choice Specs Volt Switch. Doesn't do any more damage than the other thing does, but it gets to go for Wish Protect. So I know he's going to protect that turn, so I don't want to reveal that I have Toxic. So I Earthquake on the Protect, and I'm like, okay, well now he's going to be inclined to stay in, I think, because he thinks he can kind of just like stall me out. And I was like, this turn I get to go for the Toxic when he wishes. He can't wish past anything. So I was like, beautiful, this Clef is dead now, dead meat, because Toxic will wear it down and really can't do anything about it. So Toxic was a really good bring on my part, and I'm very thankful that I brought it because super, super important. So Pile of Swine, unsung hero, you see it right there, it's true. Bring out Giratina on the on the wish. And I'm like, okay, well, no matter what, Giratina kind of just bops him here. So I was thinking about, actually, it would have been such a G play for me to do it. I was thinking about Aura's Fearing on the Clef because I was like, what if he tries to pass it into Bisharp? But I was like, dude, I'm at like such high health and I'm faster than Bisharp. I made sure Giratina was faster than Bisharp. I was like, I can just Aura's Fear when he comes in. I was like, I'll just make the safe play, Iron Head. Aura's Fear might have killed Clef, probably was the better play, but I was like, screw it, dude, like, let's just go for it. And Aura's Fear just bops Bisharp, can't do anything about it. Giratina beats this Heracross 101 easily. Even with a crit, it doesn't even do a half. So, and I'm faster, and I do like the same amount of damage with normal Shadow Ball. Clef dies to rocks, so I don't get to pad Giratina's stats. Giratina Shadow Balls again, and that is a clean 6-0. So y'all are just padding my stats. You're making my head way too big, and I'm not that good. I'm pretty good, but I'm not that good. Like, I'm not good enough to 6-0 everybody. People are handing me stats. So I know very well I'm gonna get got, and somebody's gonna 6-0 me one of these weeks, and then everybody's gonna be like, this guy's a fraud, this guy's a fraud. And I know, so I'm calling it right now. I always say don't bet against yourself, but like, somebody's gonna knock me off my horse. Anyway, last thing, I made some big trades, and I'm probably talking about it at the beginning of next video. How about that, sorry? Next video as well. But I traded my Licky, which is Beast, and I love Licky. I didn't want to trade it, but I was like, okay, I need a different fairy type. So I traded my Licky for an Aromatisse, and I was like, okay, it's still a Wish Passer. And that lets me get rid of Tapu Fini because Tapu Fini puts in no work ever. So I was like, screw Tapu Fini, we are going to find something else good. So I traded my Tapu Fini for Celesteela because nobody picked it up, and Celesteela is just a dumb beast. So now I have Aromatisse and Celesteela on my team. And that should be very fun because now we're just going to be like fat, bulky, holy crap, whatever. So still have a fairy, still have a water type with Aromatisse and Rotom, still have a Wish Passer. No longer have Misty Terrain, but that's okay because now I can run like Draco Meteor and Rest and stuff on Giratina, but you'll be seeing them. So I made some big trades with Kadabra, Aromatisse, and Celesteela, so welcome them to the team, everybody. Yay, give them a round of applause. Okay, make sure you buy the Celesteela jerseys as well. They are going on sale next week. That is a joke if you took that seriously. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will catch you all next time.